With this bitch, she going off. Yeah. Drop that ass on a nigga, said she the boss. Okay. Graduated college, gave me stupid head. Yeah. Now a nigga can't move, yeah, a nigga dead. Yeah. I just pop perk with this bitch, she going off. Drop that ass on a nigga, said she the boss. Graduated college, gave me stupid head. Now a nigga can't move, yeah, a nigga.
Hey, what's going on, man? It's your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live on the Industry's Most Wanted podcast. Big Industry's Most Wanted. Hey, listen, we got my bro in the building. This ain't our first rodeo. Big shout out to the Vicious checking in.
Yo.
Definitely one of the dopest, hardest working artists that I've had the pleasure of working with for a little minute now. Give me some love, you know what I'm saying? Boom. But without further ado, man, you got to break it all the way down for us. Who is the Vicious?
Who is the Vicious? When you think of the Vicious, you got to think of Broward County. You got to think of Florida. You got to think of an artist. You got to think of a screenwriter. You got to think of an actor. You know what I mean? You got to think of somebody who definitely takes it to the next level. That's the Vicious.
There you go. I like that. I like the fact that you really gave us a good breakdown, because sometimes people are like, oh, I'm an artist. No, you're more than that. We need to know everything you got going on. Straight
not,
like
not
that.
Not to take anything from James Brown, but I'm the hardest working man in the business.
Okay. Well, no, let's talk about that real quick. Let's just jump it off like that. You know, being in this business is like a full-time job, right?
Yeah, definitely.
There are no days off.
Never.
We do got to catch our rest from time to time, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, with that being said, like, why music? Why are you going so hard for music?
Well, I mean, music is a feeling that, you know, anybody could capture. You feel me? Like, music is going to make you feel a certain way. I know it makes me feel a certain way, and I've gained traction with a lot of people who felt the same way.
Yeah.
So, you know, music has always been a thing that I've been interested in, and it kind of got me into, like, you know, promotion. It got me into acting. Got me into a lot of things, and we definitely gonna, you know, talk
about all that.
Yeah.
Big facts, man. So you grew up in Broward County?
Yeah, I grew up in Broward County and Fort Lauderdale area.
Take us back, man, to when you was a jit. I always like to know what you were into when, you know, you were like elementary through like maybe middle school.
Elementary through middle school. I mean, I was
Were you bad? Were you good? Somewhere in between?
I would consider myself good because I never got in trouble. I'm
gonna ask your brother that if you lying or not. He gonna keep a G with me.
You know, I thought I was a good kid.
Yeah.
My mom probably won't say that.
I'm just messing with you. No, you got a great demeanor about yourself. And I mean, we're human. Ain't none of us perfect. You know, we make mistakes and we learn from that. We keep it moving. Was there other things before music that, you know, was possibly an interest for you, like sports or anything like that?
I would say like graphic design. I was really into like figuring out how to like make video games and all that. And I was into poetry as well. Yeah. So, you know, I had a lot of things that I even thought like one time I could become a wrestler at some point. You know, hit WrestleMania and fight The Rock or something like that. You know?
Did you ever go to any of like the WWE, WWF? Or did you ever attend any of them?
I never actually got a chance to do that. I think I got more into like music, and I started going to more concerts.
Understood.
Like Wu-Tang Clan, Nas. I've been to like Trick Daddy concerts, Rick Ross, all that. So, you know, as a musician, you go into a concert, whether it's like somebody who's in your top 5 or not, you actually being in a concert and feeling the energy of the crowd and that artist on stage, like, it's very inspirational.
Absolutely.
You know, it keeps you going.
Absolutely. You know? Because you see that they are on this stage and there's like thousands of people in attendance that came to see that one person or that one group. Exactly. Man, that's motivation. You're like, I want to be that person.
Exactly.
I want to be on that stage. I want all these people to come see me too.
Facts.
You know, you know, of course, we got to always pay homage, man. We both from Florida, right?
Yeah, facts.
You know, you from South Florida, I'm from Tampa. You know, a lot of my inspirations, I know I'm definitely older than you. I'm your elder. However, you know, like a lot of my inspiration, taking it all the way back, you know, of course, Two Live Crew. Shout out Jam Pony Express. I used to buy every Jam Pony mixtape. I go to the flea market when it was out. You know, of course, you mentioned Trick Daddy and, you know, just so many others. Poison Clan, you know,
Clan,
shout out my bro JT Money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, these are people that I really fell in love with that music scene, you know, growing up, listening to them. Who is it for you from Florida?
From Florida, that's too many to count. Definitely Trick Daddy, you know what I mean? I gotta mention December 17th, Trick Daddy is gonna be in Jacksonville. He has a show.
Okay.
Me and Spades Marketing, we talk about, you know, me opening the show. We're gonna make it happen, but you know, he has his 25th anniversary. He got Trina, he got Jeezy over there. So, you know, I had to do my little light promo. Shout out to Spades Marketing. But yeah, definitely Trick Daddy.
Yeah.
JT Money and Poison Clan, of course. Trina, she had, you know, Rick Ross, I definitely got to put him on there. Kodak Black, definitely heavily, actually, because, you know, Kodak Black's from Pompano. Pompano ain't nothing but like 20 or 15, 20 minutes from where I'm at. So, you know.
Definitely a lot of a variety of Florida artists, it sounds like.
Florida artists, yeah.
That's dope, man. So at what point did you really start taking music seriously? Because, you know, a lot of artists come into this business and they don't understand it's a business. They just want to make music and call it a day.
Yeah.
When did you transition into actually learning that this is a business where you can make money?
I think it was, I want to say 26.
Okay.
I mean, I had a on and off thing with music. Of course, I started when I was like 19.
Yeah.
I put out a mixtape. It did its thing, but it ain't do its thing. You know, when you at that age and you're young, you feel like everything should be handed to you anyway.
No, absolutely. A lot of people feel entitled to stuff, right?
You just feel entitled. But as I got older and then really learning, of course, the music business, I learned that it's pretty much more business than the talent side.
Absolutely.
The talent is just the plus.
Right.
That you have a talent. You know what I mean? That you have a knack, that you can rhyme, that you can do this and that and the third with the music.
Right.
So, you know, but once you learn the business side, you can sell whatever you want. As long as you have a plan, people will take it. But me personally, I'm all about, you know, making music that gives you a feeling, that has a message that's, you know, understandable.
Absolutely.
And it's timeless. You feel me?
And building those relationships.
Absolutely.
That's one of the biggest things, you know, I learned a long time ago that relationships will put you in places that money cannot.
Exactly.
You know, because Slick, you build a great relationship with someone, they're going to just do something off the strength because they rock with you, because you're a good person. You showing love. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, definitely those are the key things to success, is learning the business and building relationships.
Facts.
And just staying on top of your grind.
Facts.
Let me ask you that then, you know. Shameless plug, I'm the co-CEO for the Grind Report. You know what I'm saying? The Vicious been a part of that. You know what I'm saying? What is your definition of the word grind? What does grind mean to you?
Grind is waking up when you don't want to. Grind is doing things you don't want to do because you're trying to get to that slam dunk.
Yeah.
You're trying to get to your goals. And a lot of times trying to get to your goals, there's trial and tribulations. There's things that's in the way. There's distractions, and there's just you being tired, not just, you know, body-wise, but mentally just frustrated. And you got to keep going until you get to that slam dunk. You feel me?
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. And, you know, being in a business like this where stuff is always changing, it can mess with your mental. Like, mental health is real. Yeah, I for sure get anxiety, you know, and I'm not afraid to admit that. You know, like sometimes I go to bed and I can't go to bed, if you get what I'm saying. Like I'm so wound up from everything, you know. You know, with that being said, how do you handle that? How do you balance, like, work-life balance, to make sure that, you know, you're getting everything done in your personal, but you're also handling business?
A lot of weed. Nah,
me too.
I mean, it's really just taking your time, because at the end of the day, nothing's like per se destined. You could grind all day and you might not get it that day. You may not get it that month, but you'll eventually get it, you know?
Absolutely.
But at that same time, you want to try to, you know, make sure you catch up on your sleep. Make sure you're good with your family.
Absolutely. All that's important.
You know, follow up with the connections and networking that you made and whatever. And a healthy diet, working out.
Yeah.
All that's going to maintain not just your body, but your soul and spirit. Make sure you keep going, you know?
No, you're absolutely right. And I'm glad that you touched on that, because a lot of people feel like because they're young that they're invincible and stuff can't happen. But it's what you do in your younger years that's what's going to catch up to you in your later years. Like you said, being mindful of what, this is our temple. We got to be mindful of what we put in our bodies, mindful of getting the proper rest. I'm definitely not team no sleep. I get my 8 hours in, and if I don't, I take a nap. Slick, you know what I'm saying? Because like my mental clarity is not the same when I don't get the proper rest. I become irritable, forgetful. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm so glad that you touched on that, because a lot of people tend to get away from that, and that's how they end up in a bad position. You know, immune system down, sick.
Facts.
When you get on that stage, you got to be able to turn up.
You know, so take your multivitamins.
Nah,
take
for
your
real.
sea moss,
Put your beard oil in.
You know, put your beard oil. Make sure it's connecting. You don't want a patchy beard. You know what I mean? Just make sure you take care, because I read from somewhere. I really can't remember right now. But wealth can't buy health.
No, that's facts.
Wealth can't buy health.
No, you
so
can't.
You can have all the money in the world, but you can't buy your health.
No.
You got to work on your health.
That's right, because the wealth can take you to the doctor, but all they're going to do is prescribe a bunch of drugs that we don't need to be putting in our body anyway. That's going to tear you down even more.
Right. You find another thing that's wrong with you.
Right. Because that one drug creates 10 other side effects. We ain't trying to do all that. Right. With that being said, who around you is keeping you motivated the most?
Who around me keeping me motivated the most? There's a long list, because the support system is crazy.
Yeah.
Definitely at the top is my daughter
and
my wife, the family. And then of course we got my bros who here.
Yeah.
And
shout out to
Sosa.
them. Thanks.
Shout out to my homeboy Razor. You know what I mean? We do the movies together. He's always uplifting, saying something, very positive and motivational. Then sometimes he messes up and say some crazy shit,
Yeah.
whatever. But shout out to them, Kizzy, my homeboy Knowledge. They always at the corner, trying to make sure I stay on the right path, because as you get older, you realize you got to do right, but it's so easy to do wrong.
No, facts.
And that's why you should have a support system of people who's continuously trying to keep you on that right path.
That's right. Absolutely. By keeping the right people around you. There's people along your journey that you're going to have to eliminate from your situation. And it's not personal. It's just sometimes it's business, or sometimes it is personal.
Facts.
Not everybody's intended to come with you. Let's take it back to when you first started putting music out. What was the first full mixtape or album that you put out?
First full mixtape. It was during high school. I ain't gonna lie.
Is it still out there so we can go listen to it?
If you log into MySpace, you just might find it. But yeah, I put it out over there in high school, and then it was just a little something. Then out of high school, I started trying to take it a little bit more serious and put a little something out. It did okay, but I feel like what really got me started to the level of notoriety,
people paying attention. Yeah.
I want to say about 2017, 18, when I started really putting out EPs.
Yeah.
And really started connecting with people, of course, connecting with you, helping me with the blogs and everything, DJ record pools and all that. Getting into magazines, so the Ground Report.
Hey, you dig?
TampaMystic, you feel me? Getting in the source websites and all that good stuff. Breakfast Club. So I felt like I took I've always been doing the music since back then, but I think it got more serious, and I got more into my lyrics and what I was saying.
Yeah.
As I got older, and of course towards the 2017s to onward.
Absolutely. So did you always go by the Vicious?
It was actually Creep the Vicious, and the Creep stand for cool rhyme, entertainer, enlightening people.
Okay.
And then I just dropped that because I wanted it to be a little bit more shorter.
Right.
That's just a mouthful.
So, I wouldn't have remembered all that.
Yeah, but I always went by the Vicious because where I'm from, I was still a good kid.
Yeah.
Listen, I was still a good kid, but if you got me to that level, things was definitely
you were vicious.
It was gonna get vicious though. You feel me?
So the music that you're putting out for people who have not heard it, you know, obviously artists don't never like to box themselves in or categorize themselves. Understood. But what do you want people to feel when they listen to your music? What type of vibe?
I want people to feel everything and anything. You feel me? Like me, I don't box myself into one category. You might mess around and see me doing a song that's like rap / reggaeton, or I might just get onto some conscious type, you know, music, or maybe I just want to be ratchet that day, or whatever the case is. Like, I make music how I feel. I don't necessarily make it for the masses, which, I mean, some would say that's not good, but you really want to be yourself with this music. You don't want to copy nobody's style. You don't want to put out something that's specifically for the masses, because you're not going to attract the masses.
That's right. Absolutely. You're going to build your most organic fan base by being you.
Exactly.
Just giving them you.
Yeah.
We ain't got time to pretend to be someone else. That's too much energy.
Nah, never that.
I heard you mention in film.
Yeah.
You know, let's dive into that a little bit, because I think it's always important out here. We got to have multiple hustles. We can't just do the same thing.
Facts.
You know, talk to us about the film side.
So the film is always something I saw myself doing alongside with the music.
Yeah.
I actually started screenwriting. It's a love-hate relationship with screenwriting, because of course you just always feel like your script is not good enough. So
yeah.
And I've heard that from a lot of people who do screenwriting and directing. Like, you'll always feel like your film's not good enough. You'll rewrite it a million times or whatever the case. But I did get into acting. So far we like 5 movies in.
Okay.
We got the mixtape. We got the Omniboat with Robert Redford from the Avengers.
Oh.
Sundance Film Festival, or was it Botch Films? I'm not really sure, but you guys research, because I'm watching this interview. But yeah, we got that. We got the movie I did with my boy Razor. It's called Hitters. You know, it's about Jacksonville hitmen. We working on another one. It's kind of like a prequel, Jack Boy. A lot of these films that we are doing, they are going to Amazon Prime.
That's dope.
We already got like
Congrats
2-3.
on that. That's big.
Appreciate that. We already got like 2-3 films on Amazon Prime. So, you know, we doing a thing. Slow grind, but never stopping. You know? So yeah, we got a couple movies that we working on. I plan to hopefully work on maybe 2 more movies.
Okay.
Before I actually release my actual Roku channel that I purchased. Because you know, I'm never ending. I'm putting my foot on everything. You feel me? I dip my hand in everything. I'm trying to be a black billionaire. You know, I'm trying to make the next BET on my terms.
Absolutely. Let's talk about that. You purchased the Roku channel.
Right.
When you do launch it, what are we going to find on that platform?
You're going to find a lot of short films. You're going to find some podcasts, you know what I mean? You're going to find like other artists' music videos, because I'm all about supporting other artists who's really like trying to get it.
Yeah.
Like, that's my passion, to not only, you know, for me to excel, but like the next person to excel to the next level. That would be great to just, you know, I had a hand in that. You feel me?
Absolutely. I'm with you on that. That's why I love doing what I do, because I work with so many artists on the rise. I'm like, I want to be a part of the journey.
Right.
I don't want to tap in when they're already famous.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's trying to do that then.
Right.
Let me be a part of your journey. And, you know, I'm a big believer. We don't get our blessings from no man. We get our blessings from God, right?
Exactly.
So when you out here helping people and providing them a platform, God's going to see that and he's going to bless you. Period.
Facts.
So what made you decide to get into film? Was it something that, you know, somebody else brought to you, or did you always have an interest, you know, in screenwriting? Like, how did that start for you?
I always had an interest in screenwriting, and it was kind of like brought to me in my earlier years of just like touring and doing music and doing showcases. You know, me, I'm a very social person. Like, I'll socialize. So networking was nothing to me.
Yeah.
So I'll network my ass off. I get to talking with people, find out what they doing, and that's something everybody should do, because
Agreed.
people believe like an artist showcase is not good because it's just 100 artists. That's not necessarily true. There might be like a cameraman. There might be an A&R.
Period.
There might be a potential person who just wanted to come out who's looking for new music.
Absolutely.
So that's why it's good to like do artist showcases. You know what I mean? But back to what you were stating, yeah, it was brought to me. I think it was like an artist showcase I was doing, and then somebody was like, "Yeah, I do films and blase, and I'll let you know what I got going on." And I was like, "Cool." And I saw that same person when I did a radio interview back in Florida, and he gave me like a call, and he was like, "Listen, I got this movie I got going on. If you want to do the background," I was like, "Cool, I'll do it." So,
Great opportunity.
Great opportunity. It was like just be you, and I was like, "Oh, okay." And then of course, when we filmed, it was like, "You're being too much of you." So, but it was cool. It was a good experience, and I just went forward with that. So I just kept on trying to pop into movies and looking at casting sites and all that.
Right.
Interviews.
Right.
And
We've
all that
definitely
good
have
stuff.
talked about that. And I think that's important because you never know, even if you play as an extra in a movie,
Right.
you might meet someone on set that could put you in a bigger position.
Facts.
You just never know what, I'm always looking, and when you're films, I like doing voiceovers, so if you ever need a voiceover, whatever type of voice you need, I got you. You dig?
Word.
What are you working on right now? Like, I know you always stay working. You're always on your grind. Like, what's in the works for The Vicious right now?
All right, so I'm of course working on another album. I've been working on a couple joints, you know what I mean? I haven't necessarily released them because I've just been releasing more so some freestyles. I've been doing like covers and remixes.
I love that. Yeah, I love that. That's definitely
just to keep
still
up the
relevant.
momentum. Yeah, just keep up the momentum. But I do got a lot of music per se. I want to say about like 20, if not 25 tracks that's unreleased that haven't really been touched.
Oh, wow.
I do have some more features that I'm working on. I'm just waiting for the, I guess, record label clearance or whatever. Gotta
Understood.
but
you got to make sure that's all the way right before you put it out.
Yeah, because the last joint I had, I didn't have to really wait for like clearance, so like it was just like good to go. But I guess the more bigger artists you working with, with their labels, it is what it is.
Right.
Cool.
But it's good that you mentioned that because that could be a lesson learned. There are some artists that be so like anxious to put music out and they haven't received that clearance from the label.
Right.
They put it out and then ends up getting snatched back.
Right.
Because of legal situations, maybe copyright situations or whatever. So I'm glad that you brought that up because a lot of artists need to take heed to that. Most definitely.
Yeah.
Throughout the rest of this year, you got other events, performances, interviews. What else you got up your sleeve that we can stay in tune with?
Well, I want to just once again mention the 17th, Trick Daddy's 25th anniversary. Me and Spades Marketing, we are working on, me opening up for the show.
That'll be fire.
That'll be in Jacksonville, the ViStar Arena, I believe. So, that'll be definitely lit. Of course, it's Trick Daddy. If you from Florida, it don't matter what part of Florida, you know who Trick Daddy is.
We know who Trick Daddy is.
You already know who Trick Daddy is.
Trick Daddy Dollars.
Yeah, all right. Slip and slide. So
right.
But we working on that. I'm looking into hosting more events as well. And then hosting clubs, and of course we'll see about more shows. And eventually we're gonna put out some more music. Right now we just on the hush. There's certain songs that can be released. There's some songs that can be released, but in the meantime, you can slide to the SoundCloud. We got a whole lot of remixes and covers, or if you just want to, listen to some tracks on the iTunes or Apple. Well, of course, that's the same thing. Apple Music or Spotify. Just look up The Vicious. You know what it is. Do
you do a lot of vlogging and, recording content?
Yeah, lately, I've been doing it on the TikTok. And this is my third TikTok. You guys are too sensitive.
For real?
They unbanned me twice.
For real? For what? Like based upon what you posted?
Just whatever I post.
Instagram is getting very, very, very.
Yeah. The Instagram, they were like, listen, we're gonna take you off if you don't calm down.
They threatened me too. I got a couple violations I'm just like, y'all way too sensitive.
Man, listen. So I was just like, all right. But I mean, now I'm doing the TikTok. I'm trying to keep up with the times before the times just take me away. But I've been keeping up with TikTok. I've been doing challenges with some of my songs, and I've been doing album reviews, and I've been doing food reviews.
Okay.
And,
that's dope. Something different.
Just something different, just to, pass the time while I got other things going on. I've been doing, I guess you would say, daddy's girl type videos where, she's just, doing her thing and, just spending quality time with my daughter. So, yeah.
Have you thought about putting like a documentary together at some point?
I've thought about it, yeah, of course. Because, of course, I've been in a few documentaries, I would like to say, and I think they need a little bit more on me in my journey.
Right, that's why I was asking if you document stuff. That way you have that content.
A lot of things. I have the content I have. But, I mean, then we go back to TikTok banning people and, Instagram banning. And
you lose a lot of that stuff.
It's like you lose it, or sometimes you got to question, should I put this up? And then risk it.
Risk it, exactly. They are way too sensitive.
Yeah, so,
That's why maybe we should start our own platform.
Yeah, that's
a free for all.
That's why I got the Roku channel. I'm like, man.
No, for real. That's you. And I preach that to people. I'm like, you have to have something that's your own. Like for every brand that I have a website. I literally, in no cap, between me and my business partner, we got over 20 websites.
Oh, okay.
Because nobody can take those from us. We can put whatever we want up there. If our Instagram's gone, our Twitter's gone, our TikTok's gone, we still got our websites. Our YouTube's gone. I pray to God it don't happen. But you get what I'm saying? So it's same thing with your Roku channel. Like that's your domain.
Yeah, that's my domain, man. That's gonna be something different. Y'all look out for it. It's coming January 1st,
what's the name of it?
2024. It's called Venom Entertainment Television.
Okay.
So basically like BET without the BET.
Yeah.
We took the B out. We put a V for victory.
I love that. I love that. I love that you like have that entrepreneurial mindset that you're always thinking about the next thing to do.
Right.
Who you got with you today?
We got my boy Sosa and we got my boy Josta. You know what I mean? We in the building.
How important is it to have guys like this around you throughout your journey?
Man, it's very important. It's very important because, you got to have that support system. You got to have somebody who could call you on your bullshit, and you got to have somebody who could tell you you're doing the right thing.
That's OG for me. That's bigger for me. Yeah, so, he be calling me on my bullshit.
Yeah, if you don't got somebody calling you on your bullshit, you're just going to be walking around saying anything.
Absolutely. Doing anything. Looking crazy sometimes,
Sure.
That's dope. And I just wanted to shout them out, for them to take the time to be here with you today. That means a lot. So shout out to y'all for being here. We appreciate y'all. Big facts, man.
Facts.
So the album is in the works.
Yeah, it's in the works.
You ain't got to obviously put no date out there, but any anticipated time frame of when you may be putting it out?
I'm thinking maybe like February.
Okay.
If not February, then maybe like the summer term or something like that.
Okay. How many songs are we going to anticipate on this?
I'm going to give you a cold 10.
Oh, that's good.
A cold 10. Last time I gave y'all 7. Now I'm adding 3 on it.
Yeah, no, I'm a fan of that, because that puts you in, the probably 30-ish minute range.
Yeah.
Give or take a little bit.
You don't want to give them too much because then they feel like they heard everything that you got. You know
Absolutely agree.
People's attention span is not the best nowadays.
No, it definitely isn't. Less is more. And that's why a lot of songs are getting shorter and shorter.
Yeah.
2 minutes and some change.
Right.
Most definitely. Anything else you got in the works or coming up that you want to let everybody know about?
Well, of course, like I mentioned, shout out to my boy Razor. We got the movie Jack Boy coming up. Now we're going to try to work on maybe like a little comedy film.
Yeah.
Like
that'll be dope.
Like something like almost like a Red Man, Method Man joint.
Yeah, that's fire.
Yeah. So
I salute y'all grind.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Most definitely. Well, you already know before we get up out of here, there's always 3 things we got to do. We got the Vicious checking in live and direct right here on the Industry's Most Wanted podcast.
Industry's Most Wanted.
Hey,
you didn't hit your
industry.
That's what I like to hear.
Most
that
wanted.
That way, big Industry's Most Wanted.
Feel me?
Let everybody know where they can keep up with you on all your socials.
Listen, you keep up on, of course, Instagram, A Vicious Love. Twitter, I got 2 Twitters now. So vicious_mind89, and then we got the Vicious 954. You can find me on YouTube. Just put the Vicious. I'm all over Google. Just put the Vicious. Just get to know the Vicious.
And it's with an A.
It's with an A.
So they know.
THA, not THE. I spelled it THA like Snoop Dogg's the Dog Pound. You feel me?
Right. You got to be different.
Yeah, got to be different. You know, I didn't want to be. I wanted to put that A on it, that sauce on it. So
I'm with you.
Vicious.
I'm with you, most definitely. I know you have a lot of people that are really supporting you.
Yeah.
You know, showing you love. Show them some love. Who you want to shout out to?
Man, of course, I want to shout out the homies who's with me today, Josta, and of course, Sosa. We're going to shout out my boy, Razor, Kizzy. I see you. He's doing comedy now. Shout out to Kizzy, you know what I mean? Shout out my boy, Knowledge, over there, back in Florida. Shout out my boy, Primo. That's one of the top engineers, I say in my book, down there in Florida.
Yeah.
Man, if I missed your name, just know you in my heart, man.
Charge it to the game, not to his heart.
You feel me?
Straight like that. Last but not least, of course, we are live on the Industry's Most Wanted podcast. One more time.
Industry's Most Wanted.
We got the Vicious checking in, you know what I'm saying? Big Florida representative.
You know it.
Straight like that.
954, Broward County.
Go ahead and tell them what makes you the Industry's Most Wanted.
What makes me the industry most wanted is you ain't gonna find nobody else like me. You ain't gonna find no music like I got. You feel me? If you do, it's a lie. It's a big lie. It ain't facts. It's cap. You feel me?
Often imitated but never duplicated, right?
That part.
Period.
That part.
Give me some love, man. I appreciate you being here.
Man,
it's always a
being
pleasure,
here.
man. We've had a great business relationship. I just want to see you win.
Man, I feel like I'm winning. I'm just getting to the next step.
All right.
Yeah.
Straight like that. We up out of here, y'all.
Out of here. Hey.